begins in this week's episode of One Piece, as Jack the Drought has finally arrived at the island of Zou, as he plans to bring down Zunisha the giant elephant like an old school pirate would, with lots of elbow grease and lots of cannons. Let me just get the nitpicking out of the way because I don't want to beat a horse to death. It took 7 minutes to get into this week's episode. 7 minutes! The 2.5 minute intro, and then all of the recap from last week's episode. Really, that's the only bad thing about this week's episode. What was awesome about this one was the good production value in terms of animation and artwork, and the fact that we're finally starting to get the ball rolling on the next arc of the series, where members of the Mink tribe, the Straw Hat Pirates, and the Samurai are going to come together for this grand plan to go back into the Wano Kingdom to save Sanji's fry cook ass. Let's not forget finding the poneglyphs, and last but certainly not least, locating Marco the Phoenix, one of the commanders of the Whitebeard Pirates. Don't know who Marco the Phoenix is? This episode will remind you. They'll also let you know that apparently the Mink tribe have a pretty good idea of where he is going to be located. So it looks like Nekomamushi and his subordinates are going to be going after them. We also have Luffy's group who is going to be going after Sanji, which of course includes Luffy, Nami, Chopper, and Brook. The rest of the Straw Hat Pirates are going to go along with Kinemon and Trafalgar Law and his sub Under the Sea. I can't wait to see that in action. And it seems like everything's really great. Everybody's super happy. Raizo's jumping up in the air, doing a lot of ridiculous-ass techniques, like the love technique where he just jumps up, farts a giant heart cloud, and then just spreads it amongst the Mink tribe. It's a weird scene, but it works in the confines of One Piece. A banquet is about to go down, and then boom! Jack the Drought shows up and they start firing cannonballs at this freaking elephant, trying to bring it down. Everybody is falling and tripping as the elephant is freaking out, and it ends on a to-be-continued screen with both Momonosuke and Luffy being talked to by a mysterious individual, which just so happens to be the elephant itself, demanding that it be ordered to do something important, something that could save the day. So what's the rundown on this week's episode of One Piece? A very simple episode, but a very satisfying one nonetheless. Helped a lot by the fact that there was a lot of great artwork in this episode. If every episode of One Piece looked as good as this one, I'd be pretty damn happy, but that's just not the case. The big thing, of course, is that the Straw Hat Pirates are about to be separated just after being reunited at the beginning of the time skip. They all have a very important mission to do, and hopefully they're all going to go very smoothly, but this is the One Piece series. We know there's going to be a few bumps in the road. Some big information in this episode is getting to learn a little bit about this big war which was going on between the Blackbeard Pirates and Marco the Phoenix, who was leading the Whitebeard Pirates. It was a war that was so big that since Blackbeard won this confrontation, it allowed him to become a brand new emperor, which is a pretty damn big deal. Frankly, I'm anxious to see what's going on with Marco the Phoenix, as he's a character that we still don't really know much about, if anything. Like, there's no sort of backstory on this character, and I can only imagine the defeat and humiliation that he's actually feeling after not only losing his captain in the Paramount War, but after losing to Blackbeard as well. So I can't wait to see what version of Marco we're going to end up seeing, if he's going to be dark and brooding or hilarious and pineapple-y as he usually is. Is pineapple-y a word? I don't give a shit. One of the biggest running gags about the Mink tribe is that they always have, like, banquets at the most inappropriate time, and they keep doing that. I don't think we've ever had this many banquets in the series, and, like, this one was, like, ready to go. The Mink tribe knows how to freaking start a party, and they can do it quick. Aside from that, this was a pretty solid episode of One Piece, which is a great build-up to next week's episode, which, if the preview is any indication, it looks like it's going to have one hell of an epic moment that's going to have some good animation attached to it, so let's stay tuned for that one. A lot of big things are getting ready to happen in the One Piece series, and the next arc is certainly going to open with a bang, so let's get pumped up for that one. As for this episode right here, even though it had some really good animation and artwork attached to it, there were just a few things that really got on my nerves, like that 7-minute intro, waiting to get to the episode. Usually they're not that long, and I mean, 5 minutes is a long time to wait. 7 minutes, like, that just cuts out so much of the episode. We only got about, like, 17 minutes worth of material, and most of the first half of it is basically just watching people react to things. That being said, though, it was still a really pleasant episode that was really easy on the eyes. It had some funny moments from Raizo. Jack attacking is pretty awesome. Getting to learn about that battle between Blackbeard and Marco is cool. I really wish we could have seen that battle. I think that would have been something really awesome to see, but whatever. We're probably never going to see it, but we can just imply that it was pretty freaking awesome. And overall, this was still a good episode of One Piece. So I'm going to drop a 4 out of 5 on this one. I think most people would probably consider it a 3 out of 5 just for the fact that not that much really happened in this one, but I loved the developments in this one. I loved the look of the episode, and I am pumped for next week. And just to see that scene with Luffy and Momonosuke talking to the elephant is really important. It really paints them as very important figures to be able to understand that creature, and it shows, like, you know, how far Luffy's training has gone, because he's been around a lot of wild animals before, and he's used his haki around them. This could be just like another extension of that. And it's also really weird that Zunisha is male. I always sort of pictured Zunisha as a female elephant, but whatever. So, 4 out of 5 from me. Check it out, One Piece fans. If any of you did watch the episode, why don't you tell me what you thought about it in the comments section below. Did you like this episode? Did you not like this episode? What do you hope to see in the next episode when the Straw Hats are going up against Jack? And what do you hope to see in the next couple arcs of the series? Please tell me in the comments section below. Thank you guys for watching this review. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you can see our latest One Piece videos, both manga and anime reviews, as well as a lot of other shows that we like to look at. Make sure to leave me a comment or two, and if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time, and as always, stay dandy, baby.